Imagine this. You're 67, finally retired, and you walk into the local bank where they basically know you by first name. 20 years of loyalty, zero drama, and you head in one morning to take out $22,000 to help your son keep his house. Instead of walking out with cash, you walk out with a frozen account. For 19 long days, you're locked out of your own money. No warning, no investigation, no crime. You did everything by the book, yet the bank is allowed to do this. If you're 65 or older, this isn't some far-off worry. It can happen to you right now, and almost no one is talking about it. Don't click away. There's a simple call that can save you a world of trouble, and you need to know about it before problems start. I'm Lana Maines, and I put out real relevant financial info for seniors every single week. So if you haven't hit subscribe, do it, and turn on notifications. You're going to want to stick around. Let's dig into the nitty-gritty, the rule your bank will never spell out for you. Meet Gerald. He's a 67-year-old retired principal from Dayton, Ohio, with a squeaky clean record and a long-standing checking account. He's got a pension, owns his home outright, and had about $41,000 stashed away. One Tuesday, he pops into the branch to pull out $22,000 to help his son. Suddenly, a bank manager whisks him away to a side office, starts asking personal questions about who the money's for, if he met anyone new online, or if someone called him to move funds. He's baffled. He's just helping his kid out, but the bank treats him as if he's fallen for a scam. 2 days later, bam, a hold gets slapped on his account pending review. And that review grinds on for 19 slow, frustrating days. Gerald did nothing wrong. So how did we get here? More than half the U.S. states have laws that let banks freeze or temporarily hold accounts for customers aged 65 and up. The goal was to stop elder fraud. Sure, sounds good. But what actually happens is banks now have a green light to lock up your money for 14 to 15 business days, which can be about 3 weeks if you count weekends and holidays. They don't need proof of fraud. There's no court order. They don't even need your go-ahead. They just need a compliance flag, usually generated by a software program, and your age. And these triggers aren't always obvious either. Sometimes they flag stuff that looks odd to a computer, even if it wouldn't to a living, breathing person. Banks used to be terrified to delay or block a customer's transaction. They'd get sued. No more. With billions lost to scams targeting seniors, lawmakers stepped in and gave banks safe harbor. As long as they say they're worried about fraud, they can freeze your money, and you really can't do much about it. No penalty for mistakes. They're protected as long as they reasonably believe something's fishy. Here's the really wild part. The system automatically puts you in a special category the day you turn 65. No one sends balloons or a notice. Your account just quietly gets treated differently, even if nothing else changes. One day, a withdrawal that would have sailed right through suddenly gets flagged. The bank doesn't have to tell you why. You only find out once your access vanishes. Now, here are 6 ways you can trigger an account freeze, and more importantly, what you need to do to avoid it. First trigger. You ask for an amount way bigger than usual. Maybe you normally take out $800 a month, and now you're asking for $15,000 or $22,000 all at once. Boom, flagged. Here's what to do. Call your bank at least 48 hours ahead if you plan a big withdrawal. Let them know the amount and the reason, and ask them to note it in your file. This way, the withdrawal doesn't blindside the system. Second trigger. You send money to someone new. Wire transfer to a title company, a cashier's check to another state, or a $6,000 Zelle payment to a new contact. Before you do anything over $5,000 to someone unfamiliar, call your bank or confirm with them in writing. Keep your paperwork, like a bill of sale or closing statement, on hand. It moves your transfer from suspicious to explained. Third trigger. A bank teller thinks you seem confused or someone is helping you make a transaction. If you bring a family member who isn't on your account into the teller area, or if you seem flustered, that alone can set off alarms. What should you do? Go in alone. If someone drives you, leave them in the car. Your independence is proof you're in full control. Pause for a moment. Go online right now and look at your recent bank activity. Does anything look out of the ordinary? If you can see it, the bank's software already has. Fourth trigger. Any cash transaction over $10,000 automatically gets reported to the feds under the Bank Secrecy Act. You won't see this paperwork, and the bank isn't even allowed to tell you they reported it. In states with elder hold laws, this alone can trigger an account freeze if you're over 65. If you need to move a large amount, bring proof of where it came from or what it's for, closing on a house, insurance payout, etc., and show it before you ask for the cash. And don't try to get sneaky by splitting a $15,000 withdrawal into two smaller $7,500 transactions. That's structuring, a possible federal offense. Yes, even if it's your money, it's not worth the risk. Always do one straightforward transaction with all the documentation you've got. Fifth trigger, you update your account beneficiaries or address right before a big withdrawal. The software matches up the timing, and separate innocent actions look suspicious if they happen within days of each other. Space these out by at least 30 days. If that's impossible, call your bank so they can note the situation in your account. Sixth trigger. A family member or caregiver calls the bank with a concern about your financial decisions. One phone call, even if it doesn't accuse you of wrongdoing, can lead to an account freeze. You'll see how to lock down this loophole, but know this. The bank doesn't need to investigate or verify. They just need to log the complaint. Here's what it boils down to. Banks aren't punished for freezing your account just in case. In fact, they can get hammered by regulators if they don't flag something and an older customer gets scammed. Their only incentive is to err on the side of caution, even if it means you go weeks without money. They're not your ally. Their job is to protect themselves first, you later. So the only person with a reason to prevent these holds is you. How do you switch up the script? There's one phone call that changes your entire footing with the bank. No fees, no hoops. You just need to do it before anything goes sideways. Call your bank's Elder Services Department, or if that doesn't exist, speak directly with the branch manager. Ask for two things. First, request a trusted contact person designation be placed on your account. This isn't a power of attorney. It's not giving anyone access to your money. It tells the bank, if you're worried about my account, call this person first, before you freeze anything. The bank is legally obligated to follow this step. Second, request a standing transaction authorization letter be kept in your file. This tells the bank, in your own words, what normal activity looks like for you. It won't stop a review on truly unusual stuff, but it should prevent holds on transactions that fit your history, even if they're a little bigger than your usual. Adding these two pieces to your account right now blocks 5 of the 6 triggers right out of the gate. The 6th trigger, the worried family member, is neutralized by the trusted contact designation. If the bank gets a concern, they call your named contact, and as long as they back you up, the freeze shouldn't happen. But heads up, these protections only work from the day you put them in place. If your account gets frozen before you act, this won't reverse it. This is the kind of thing to set up today, not later. Now, for those who want the full security package, you need 2 more backup layers. First, a durable power of attorney, not just sitting in a drawer at home, but officially filed with your bank. When it's filed, the compliance team is required to involve your appointed agent before extending a hold beyond the initial review. If you become incapacitated and only have a standard power of attorney, it might not be valid when you need it most. The durable part means it stays active even if you can't make decisions yourself. Second, once a year, give your bank a simple written record of what's normal for your account. Your name, account number, a quick description, monthly withdrawal range, usual payees, how often you move money, signed and dated. This gives the bank a living document to refer to, so changes in your routine don't look suspicious out of context. Some banks only offer the trusted contact setup for investment accounts, not checking. If your bank says no, get their answer in writing. If they keep stonewalling, escalate to your state's banking regulator, because at the federal level, banks are supposed to accommodate these designations for most accounts. Gerald didn't have any of these in place, despite a spotless record and decades of loyalty. His money was frozen for 19 days, and those were stressful weeks he'll never get back. You don't have to repeat that. Here's your move. Don't overthink it, just start. 1. Call your bank today and ask for the Elder Services or Account Protection line. If no one knows what a trusted contact is, insist on speaking with the branch manager. Bring up FINRA Rule 4512. It's not optional for the bank. 2. Name your trusted contact before you end the call. Pick someone who will always have your back, an adult child, sibling, friend, or attorney. Get written proof that this is now on file. 3. Ask for the Standing Transaction Authorization Letter form. Fill it out accurately, sign, date, and keep a copy. 4. Bring in your durable financial power of attorney. Hand it over in person. Get confirmation from the manager that it's attached to your record. 5. Every January, update and resubmit your baseline transaction record. Outdated documents won't reflect any new spending habits. 6. Let someone trustworthy know you've set this up. It's not about permission. It's about transparency and stopping any problems before they start. You've worked hard for every dollar, and you deserve peace of mind. With a 15-minute call, you can make the bank recognize that before your money gets tied up unexpectedly. Don't wait. Secure your account now and keep your money working for you, not locked away by a system that doesn't know you, no matter how long you've banked there.